What's up, noobs and noobs lovers? Here we are in the last set from the preliminary series of Lord of the Noobs, hosted by Sins of the Night. We have a game for you this evening. It looks like it's Burgundians versus Cumans in the opening set. And we have plenty of casters here to put in their 2 cents, however expert or inexpert they may be. JD, what do you think of this lineup for the first set of this game?
Well, thank you so much. Super stoked to have a tournament hosted by the Sins of the Night Discord. You should check it out. Yeah, tonight we have a wonderful matchup of great cavalry and plenty of extra good stuff. I know I haven't seen Twidboy play that much in the last recent little bits. I know Zizka is always a very consistently good player, so it's gonna be fun games and two newer civs, cavalry civs, fast-paced civs, and definitely high tier for arena. So it's gonna be fun.
It's interesting. We have seen both of these civs on arena in this tournament, but we have not seen them face up against each other. We saw Matt go Cumans against Jake in his set, and we saw Falcon go Burgundians against Britons in his set. It'll be interesting to see if any of these players have watched those sets and learned from them, or if they're going to go their own route.
Yeah, we got a pretty standard start. Lots of food. Now Twidboy going to wood. Okay, there's the lumber camp. So relatively same time. A little bit more on food for Zizka. Probably because he's looking for that 2 TC start, and I would prioritize as much food as possible. So
yeah, I noticed that Twidboy put his wood line inside the extra layer of wall. Do you think he might expect some aggression in early feudal age or early castle age?
I think with Cumans as a pick, it's always a safe draw to put it there because you never know if they're going to ram rush, which would make the game really interesting. So I think it's just for safety more than anything, and I think it's a really good call. Do I think it's going to be a rush? No, I don't think it's going to be a rush at all. I think that it's going to be a boom fest. I think that it's going to come down to just a lot of cavalry, and that's what I think it's going to come down to. So yeah.
Bill count is even. It looks like Zizka prioritized pushing his deer and his hunt, which means he's probably going to go 2 TCs, or at least a fast feudal.
Yeah, I think getting away from this scout is going to be key. I really like Twidboy attacking this because you already know that the humans usually try to go fast feudal and they get that extra speed, that extra attack. So I like the aggression. I think it's the right move, and to just whittle away at that health is a big play.
It's interesting that Twidboy hasn't found Zizka's base yet, so I wonder if he might draw him in and get his scout trapped. Oh, here he avoided that. But that's always fun when you trap your opponent's scout in your base, and either you cause trouble or you use their lack of sight to do something crazy.
Hi, I'm here too. And we have not said yet that Zizka was playing this at 4 a.m. in Twidboy just after a long, hard day's work.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the players themselves, right? These two are some of the favorites coming into this tournament from our
Definitely my favorite.
Whoever wins this set is probably favored to go to the finals and perhaps win this whole thing. Who do you think has that advantage at this point?
Yeah, I mean the factors of them being exhausted, as Easy said, is kind of crazy. I think
that's me.
Coming into the matchup, I would say I favor Zizka just because I've seen him play a little bit more, but Twidboy we know has potential. So I think still Zizka is a little bit ahead, but it's 50-50. But I agree with Easy that they will go to the finals. It's not even a question.
I didn't say that, but they are my favorite.
Yeah, that was me that said that. What's the Vil count at this point?
21 to 19 favoring Twidboy.
Okay, so Zizka is going fast feudal because at 19 either he has massive idle time or he already clicked up. I think the relics slightly favor Zizka if he's going to go for feudal aggression. He's got 3 relics closer to him. But the two relics that are not are very close to Twidboy's base, which means, whoa, what is going on here?
And we have a forward. Let's go.
3 villagers forward with 19 pop up. Is this going to be a TC drop or maybe a tower drop into TC drop? What we saw exactly play out in the Jake versus Matt game.
What's interesting is there's just 24 pop up. Like, what in the world? And I mean, Zizka or Twidboy. What's going on here?
Twidboy's just going up to feudal. Zizka got to feudal with 3 villagers forward. He's a sneaky little baby, and we're gonna see what happens next. He's got enough for a TC, so I think that's what's going down. But 3 villagers is not enough to sustain a push like that, and he also needs to be wary of deleting walls. Up it's a tower push.
Like tower drop. Yeah.
Towers.
Well, I mean, he's human. He should have done a TC drop. He's a sneaky little baby, so I don't know.
Man.
But I also look at the gold position for Twidboy. It is horrible. Literally, all 3 golds can be ranged with a fletching tower.
Hey Jake, we're casting. We've got 7, 8 people in here right now.
We welcome your input too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think is going on here, Jake? It's Kumans again, and it looks like we're going to be TC drop. What do you think? You're the one who has experience in this situation.
In this situation, you should stop building a fucking wall, first off.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Twidboy's an idiot. And he's in feudal. Why is he building a wood wall?
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
we'll
he's
do
doing
that.
a stone wall?
It's more. It's something. He's got a wall.
Okay,
there.
defensive tower. See, that's
You can build houses or something if you're gonna build like a shitty palisade wall.
I think this is just a big old fake out. From this.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Honestly, he's going down with the
I
same.
don't think it's that
it's-
opportunity, but that is definitely the situation right now. We see a massive fake out where I don't know how this guy got the stone. Did he go back to his base? Did he mine? Obviously, he mined some of it, but
No, well.
No, he hasn't
30.
mined any of it. He's at
He mined-
75.
he mined just enough to get the TC.
well, and what's wild is this messes up any ability for Twid to boom on 3 TCs if he makes it to Castle Age faster, unless he goes for stone. And his stone is not in a great
And he's
spot
already-
either.
Look at this.
Yeah, and he's walled out his stone. And Twidboy's building Man at Arms. Okay, this is.
And he doesn't have supplies. Man at Arms are one of the worst choices for Burgundian's player in general.
This is
Well,
an
I don't know. It's
amazing
kind of ironic. We saw
play.
this earlier with the Burgundian.
Yeah, but is Zizka paying attention? Okay. He's gonna build a mine. Zizka should be building a mine on that gold.
Really?
Yep, it looks like it.
The house.
A fort house. Okay.
Oh.
Shoot. That is an
And
aggressive
reaction?
house there.
No reaction. And that's.
Yeah, but the cost of 3 villagers versus those men of arms.
If he gets the villagers, then all of us goes
Oh, he
down.
gets away.
But I do think that is just a fake out.
Oh, no, he got one.
Oh, the classic wall-to-wall. The classic wall-to-wall.
So this is getting, like I said.
Yeah,
I
but
think this is the right
he's
play.
got that wall there now. So now
This
it
is
can't be re-walled up.
Exactly. That's a
This is
smart move.
There you go.
Oh, and he doesn't get the Man at Arm out with 3 HP. It was 1 hit away. That is
Now-
very disappointing.
Now what's going on? Is Twid gonna go all in?
This
feudal
guy's
aggression?
up on villagers, so yeah.
Just
It
go
might
2
be, so.
TC though. That's the big.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like you should have kept chasing there, but that's all right. Twidboy or Zizka on stone. That's an interesting play. I don't quite understand why he's on 3 on stone.
Either he
Because
wants
he's
to-
probably gonna try for a tower drop or castle drop now.
He's
I
going
don't
for
know.
another.
If I was
I mean-
Zizka, I would Twidboy. I'd be trying to boom my way out of this. Get some stones so you can get TCs once you get to Castle Age, and out boom the Kuman player.
I
Quite
agree.
possible.
Is he up the castle yet?
And if I were,
I-
Why
if I were
is this
guy,
only
be a
muted?
sick little baby, so.
Hey, why is this only muted?
Because he played. He's here. He played in the game.
Yeah, is this
We've
is
got
this a
plenty
tourney
of
game?
server.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
a
a
tourney
recording of the tourney game.
Okay,
Okay, is
Oh,
Zizka
okay.
Twidboy
Yeah,
is
so it doesn't
Twidboy in the
spoil it
castle?
for us.
okay, so it's not actually
live.
It's not live.
It's not
Okay,
live
because
now.
I was gonna say he's hearing everything we're saying. This is gonna work.
Oh,
Boy on
no.
his way to castle.
Now, that's a lot on gold. That does not look like a boon strat for me, unless it is
What's up?
fast
Might be fighting.
from the Onion player.
He might want to fight.
Maybe is he using a market of view system? Or not seeing a market for Twidboy here.
No?
He has blacksmith's stable, looks like.
Could be
I think-
nice.
Yeah, I think it's knights.
So, maybe fast paladin?
No, you get Cavalier and Castle. Kind of makes sense.
Look at this.
Cavalier and maybe push and Castle.
There we go.
Mhm.
Especially if Twidboy doesn't get
That was a funny house moment. Okay, Zizka's on his way to castle. And Twidboy is too. Okay.
21% to 40. Wait, what?
And villager-wise, what?
They're
Zizka's
faster,
10
he's gonna get there
villagers
with
ahead.
more vills.
Dude, this is... I'm liking more and more of Zizka's strat. If he has the lead, he recognizes the lead, he goes for cavalry.
What's up?
Even if they get cavalier, I would almost like the faster cavalry from the humans.
Archer range?
And archer range,
Base.
okay.
Now, Ben,
Archer
what do
range,
you
blacksmith, okay.
Ben, what do you like late game more, Burgundians or Humans?
I mean, I would say
Burgundians.
probably Burgundians by a sizable amount.
You get the
Humans.
bombards, you get the better
Yeah.
siege, you get the extra attack on your hand cannoneers, you get
Better
more
ingredients.
options in that game.
So then are we thinking
Human- and
human
the other
player
thing
kind of
too,
have
humans
to
are cavalry focused, cavalry says. On Arena, cavalry and mobility is less valuable than the late game power units like hand cannoneers, bombards, and so on and so forth. I much prefer having Burgundians in this situation. Plus, on top of that, they've got their unique tech that allows them gold trickle from their farmers and allows them to take advantage. You're still at least stay in the game even if they don't secure the relics in this particular situation.
I'll show you a golden trickle.
Yeah, the Burgundians also get
See,
a
Fade, that's how you use a one-liner.
second bonus from the relics, now that you mention it.
Oh, he backed off on the Cavalier and Husbandry. Let's see what he does.
He's going,
He's going for pikemen instead.
You going for
Going
Pike.
for relic, which you get food from.
Pikeman with the anticipation that Jason going cavalry.
I think an underrated play for the human player is to get the unique tech of step husbandry, I think it is. Then you get really fast creating archer ranges and the cav archers and hussars. And if you expand cav archers, that might be a play. But it doesn't look like it.
I don't know, we see one of everything, although that's just the second stable coming up, so.
You got a spear and Lycop to get the relics.
Which, remember, Burgundians get gold and food from relics, so if he can secure 3-4 relics, he will be at a significant advantage.
No second town
No.
center.
He's going for a forward town center?
No,
How much
this is maybe like a castle drop.
He's only got.
100 still.
He does have 900, so.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, he is.
Drop.
Yep.
Alright, well,
What I would like to see here is stonewall your opponent in.
and Lancers! Let's go. I am stoked about these Lancers.
Yeah, they have
Step
the.
Lancers, they're basically they're like the keep check, but they've got the +1 range. So they can do further damage to melee units. They're really good at microing in that sense. When this game first came out, they were actually pretty bugged with how their attack mechanic worked, and they could actually focus down a lot of siege and things like that until they patched it out after shortly after the game was released.
Well, they're still quite good against siege. The difference is that they
They
no longer
are.
stack as well as they used to. So
Yes.
you could get 50 units on a single tile and one-shot anything. And he's just running around by that the Kumans are not supportive of violence against the religious, so that seems to be an acceptable route.
Again, he's gonna pass the monk again. Oh no, he's home.
Do the Step Lancers have the
Yes,
increased
they do.
conversion
Are you kidding me?
resistance like
Step Lancers
the?
do not have conversion
They
resistance.
don't? Okay.
So here's
Only-
the Step Lancers. They're not nearly as
This
tanky
is
as
a-
Pike. You're gonna lose one Step Lancer versus a Pike because it's just not tanky. It's got less hit points. It's got less armor, less pierce armor, or sorry, less melee armor.
Good. Run away. Run away. You have speed. Oh god.
It is
Lucky.
possible for micro to stick with
Good, there's a castle.
I,
That has been treed. I think
okay, and then we've got 3 PC boom.
Still 21 bills, 22 bills ahead, 20 days. Both on 3 TZ. But
Yeah,
only
so
Zizka
Zizka added a third.
Still amazing,
We were seeing Kipchaks come out of the castle. That is a great counter unit to deal with the pikes and kind of get a little bit more map control.
And there is that new tech that you get where
I see 3 relics in the middle of the map that are unclaimed. I see 1 relic in in Zizka's monastery. I don't know if there's 1 in Twidboy's monastery as well.
yeah, Twidboy almost got the second, but his monk got sniped after he converted the monk.
Dignity going down for the monks.
Prepare to, you already sent another monk out.
Easy. No. This could drop in archery range. I like that.
For the relic. Kipchaks can get focused by the pike.
Poor Twidboy's last 3 months for 1 relic.
Yep.
That one
It'll pay
relic
off in
is
like
closer
an
and
hour.
closer to
As
the
long
base,
as if
and-
this game goes into an hour, hour and a half, those relics are going to be the difference.
Mhm.
Well, what's interesting is Zizka is like, okay, he's building very sporadic villagers.
Hey, get out! Hey, get out!
See what I want to see what Twidboy's building.
Not the best
You want to see
shot,
what Twidboy's building?
but it's alive.
He's building.
Oh,
He's building 1 pike.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh,
all
it's
it
yeah.
takes to build build a siege workshop right in the face of a man, you know. And it's interesting that it
He's
was
still
the
got a
woman
way in
that
as
called
well.
to try.
Zizka still has a way in.
That's true.
Will he use it?
If you group up 5 or 6 step lancers, they can almost one-shot Palisade.
No, no.
Kipchaks to spikes, 2 to go
Oh
down there.
man, this is crazy. They're
Wow.
like dead even right now. Oh, going in. Yep. Going.
I'm gonna go
And
for it.
hook, the monk's gonna try
Good for
again.
him.
The monk
Dude, these
is...
Kipchaks are getting wrecked.
This is the 3rd monk to try and bring this
And
back.
he
It brings it home.
Is there a second?
1 more relic in the middle that has to be.
And
Swing
it's
in.
2
2 to 2.
2-2.
It looks like it's 2 to 2, yeah.
And the
So
third relic's guarded by a scout captain.
that's gonna be a tough pick for
He
Zizka.
is
It's
still
really
going
far away.
Step Lancer versus Pike.
And this barely has any
The other
upgrade.
monk steps out. Is he gonna get conversion? Gets behind the walls.
Good conversions. It's interesting that he's going Rams against units. I guess he still has a couple pike, but he doesn't have a lot to protect the Rams.
Oh, no conversion on that. No conversion on the second one.
Dang.
JD, our resident monk player, is trying to predict the unpredictable.
Cavalier going up.
Will be converted.
Husbandry going up.
Sneaky stables down there.
Good strategy, I love it.
And he's
And
gonna get the
Zizka's
third
got the
relic.
relic.
What's interesting is years ago you used to be able to see lots more information on the minimap before, like you could see what
Oh, and he's in.
He's in. He is in.
Oh,
And the quick wall, but they're back.
Buys him a few seconds.
And keep in mind,
Cavalry on the road anyway. 3 bill, 4 bills down there.
That quick
And
wall
more, 5 bills.
saved
So more
the
hit
team.
points.
now Kipchaks are interesting units because they get the extra projectiles. They do significantly better against buildings, siege than you would as a normal cav archer unit. They're obviously not Mangadai, but they can probably take that house out pretty quickly. Even
How do you
Should be
suppose
rolling
they
around the
throw?
house.
How do you suppose they throw all 3 of the arrows at one time like that?
Holy, if he can get to Imp and hold for the next, really, 5 minutes to get Paladin, this is a whole different ballgame.
Well,
He's
it'll
taking a
still
lot
be
of
easy
unnecessary
fire.
losses here.
I have to say, if he was a different civ, it would be a very different ballgame.
He's losing units like unnecessarily.
Zizka's up
Yeah.
by about 800
Streaming in
points.
units
This is a
is
good
not
sign.
good. But
That
Twidboy
third
needs
one
to
is
hold
9.
5 minutes. He always is.
Twidboy have a backbone to his base. I'm not
20.
No, that was the
27
reasoning.
bills
No, dude.
difference here, guys.
The reason for the castle for the tower drop was it denied all 3 golds. They're all fun.
Oh, I see the third one. Yup. If he gets off of gold, this is not good.
Yep.
There's 13.
Now, this could go either way because now he's trapped in Twid's base. He has enough
Easy.
units to counterattack.
Stone.
You can always sell your stuff for
Quick wall. Get the stone.
1K score lead.
He's in. He's in.
Score lead.
And since he's going Cavalier,
Main party.
yeah, but now we have camels. Zizka already has camels.
This looks like a classic infinite GG.
I don't know, he's heavy on stone. If that is not spotted, he can get up a defensive castle and survive a little bit longer.
Where did he have? This is controlling all the gold.
This is a terrible map generation. He's up to Empire. What is he doing?
Took him too early. Fight got took him too early.
And those camels are just eating the cavalry alive. And in the back, look at those step lancers just
You got
killing all
enough
the
for
armor.
Paladin?
What? Look at the
The
step
Guardians
lancers
get
in the
Paladin
back.
half off. But you need numbers, you don't need upgrades right now. And he does not have that upgrade.
Yeah, we need better numbers. He's only got like 2, 7, 5. We need better numbers like 13,
Better numbers.
11, 21.
The step lancers are still killing villagers in the back of his base.
Oh, you put in a very, very,
Now,
very.
that is a very conservative castle.
That is like the most offensive you could ever do. Well,
At this point, I mean, if I was Zizka, I would probably Palisade wall that little base in and move my heart.
If I was this guy, I'd probably try and stop being a sneaky little baby. But it looks like he's got this game in the bag. Especially with
He is going for the
Twidboy
gold in the middle.
going for the goal.
hard and long.
That is a pirate move if I have ever seen one.
It looks pretty hysterical that he's holding down the farm.
It'll buy him a few minutes until Zizka gets to Imperial Edge. How close is Zizka to Imperial?
Very.
Almost there.
70%.
Now, what I find interesting is step lancers are one of the coolest looking units in the game. And the fact that they have that one tile gap allows you to admire their correct battle skill more effectively than you would even, for example, the Mega Assault. What do you guys think?
Personally, I like why they're heavy.
Villagers inside the
you
map
can
are
get
spotted.
everything.
Zizka's microing them now and focusing cleaning that up. Zizka's got a comfortable 3K score lead in his Imperial Age. I would expect to see Trebs out soon to get that last defensive castle down, and
Yeah,
that
I
is the
would
game.
GG at this point.
Alright, now we've got Zizka in the house. Let's see what he has to say on his first win here. Zizka, how are you? Alright, he's not here.
Great job. Great job.
Anticlimactic. Climactic.
But that was an interesting game. A lot more aggressive than I expected.
That was awesome.
Alright, let's
That was
move to
awesome.
I think
the
that
second
forward
one.
tower was really lucky with how all the gold was clumped up there, and it set him up for success later in the game.
I wonder if such a
Pause for
10
game 2.
I wonder if such a 10
Alright.
first game will affect game 2.
Alright, guys. Game 2 is coming in hot.
We have Hideout. It is Franks versus Teutons. Zizka
Wow.
choosing Teutons. Twidboy choosing Franks.
It looks like Zizka moved channels, so he must be back. If you want to get his commentary briefly on the
Oh
last
yes,
match.
let's hear him. Zizka, how are you?
Sorry, I was double muted. I am exhausted easy. Thank you. I think overall, Twid played really well. I think he overproduced Pikes a little bit too heavy in the mid game without getting any control over it. I think both of us were really, really messy in our play and a lot of micro issues. But overall, it was a pretty good game.
Now, did you notice that all 3 of his golds were forward when you went to tower him?
I didn't until the tower was up.
Okay. Because that was an excellent tower, honestly. All 3 goals.
Yeah, I saw his close one, but I didn't see his main gold was right there as well. It was a little too far back from my vision.
Interesting.
And do you care to comment on the allegations?
Being what did you say? Heidi little baby. I don't.
A stinky little baby, but yeah.
I guess I don't understand the context. What was it?
All right, there is none. And as we head into the second game, let's get it started. You got
What do we got,
Twidboy
Easy?
versus Zizka. Tunes versus Franks.
I'm sorry, I didn't say that right. It's Teutons.
Teutons. I love Teutons, and I hate the Franks. So this will be great.
But Franks at our ELO is considered to be one of the easiest and best civs to play. So,
Garbage.
I mean, you mean at your ELO, sir?
Yes.
Yeah,
at
we're
your ELO, we're going for something a little bit easier. It's also interesting to note that the deer are outside on this spawn of Hideout. You never really know what you're going to get with that. And I do not like the wood lines for, is it Zizka, because they make pushing your deer very difficult.
You know what this map looks like? It looks like a Star Wars clone helmet.
It looks like a mushroom to me. The trees in the middle.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
If you turn the mushroom around, what does it look like? Perhaps something like a rocket ship of sorts.
Yeah.
I lost you.
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
So, both pushing your deer.
Like what? Okay, strats wise, I would love to see a tower rush from Zizka because that's really strong. Otherwise, we might just see a normal Udo play. Get past castle. That's all on the tables.
If we have one of them wall up one of the sides and just push the other side, that would be cool. Because they're both probably aiming to go cavalry, and cavalry doesn't do good against buildings. And walls.
They both have some of the best farm-focused civs in the game because you get the cheaper farms from the Teutons, and you get the free farm upgrades from the Franks. So we could very well see some heavy booming, and maybe even 4TC play. I would not be surprised.
Farm. Bolden. Oh, that's
Exactly. Let's take a minute to go ahead and acknowledge that this was hosted on Sins of the Night, the Discord server, and arranged by Ben, HMD.
Alright. Yeah. Hands up for Ben and good old. Always got to give the shout out to Red NS for hosting this server.
Now, to our resident polyglot, JD, what are the signature phrases that we usually hear from the Teutons and the Franks, respectively?
Bolden, that's the Franks. And, well, wait, well, yeah. I like the Britons ones more like Mandatum, but you know, Bolden. And then the Teutons, there's always the Teutons.
Yeah, but they don't say that. That's
what do they, like, how do they speak?
Yeah.
The Teutons, they speak. Oh, what do the Teutons say?
I was wondering, because
They
you
say-
seem to know most civs, but...
They say, hey, I'm building here.
Hello.
Hello? And we have Lincoln joining us. For the
Oh, that's
here.
that's a big old fuck up right there.
Oh, no. I mean, he
Let's
caught
see
all the
if-
deer.
Let's see if Twid does the same.
But keep in mind, this is late at night, so trying the TC trick is not necessarily the smartest move here.
Link, we're hosting. This is the Zizka and Twidboy tournament game. You know, like the one that we played the other night. You're also live on YouTube.
Oh, really?
YouTube.
Yeah, say hello.
Hello, hello, holla, holla.
That's our resident Link. He really likes rush strategies. Kind of one of his favorite things to do. He will complain to you because sometimes the boar eats the bill, according to Link. So
What's
can't give it up
interesting
to
here
Link.
is the TC ate the boar in this case.
Tasty, tasty. Oh, can we... This is the second game, right? It said 2 on it. Let's just confirm.
Yeah, this is the second game.
Okay, cool.
I made sure.
Okay.
Now, late game, I obviously prefer Teutons because not only do they get Paladin, which is one of the strong suits of the Franks, but they get some excellent infantry, which can deal well with the Paladin, the opposing civ. What options do the Franks usually get in terms of countering late game Teutons? I think they got what, Siege and Throwing Axemen.
The Franks have a much less sturdy tech tree, but the Teutons...
It's called...
Oh, go ahead.
Their counters are called More Knights.
That's true.
That is true. They also have the mobility because Teuton Knights, well, we saw Cumin's last game with the fastest cavalry in the game, and here we have a civ that does not get husbandry, and so they are some of the slowest cavalry in the game.
They are the slowest cavalry in the game.
Hey.
The Teutons also have one important factor that not many other civs have, and that's capes. The Teutons have capes.
Yes.
And they
Capes
look
and
cool.
Teutonic Knight. So, Teutonic Knights eat everything that does not have a range attack. So I think it would be interesting to see Teutonic Knights and some mass throwing axemen. That would be a battle for the ages, I have to say.
Battle for the ages.
Specifically the Age of Empires.
Teuton's favorite line is "Huveve Bolden."
Okay.
Hey.
Huveve. Yeah, that does ring true. Now, what's interesting is because Latin has such an influence on a lot of these cultures, a lot of the phrases that you hear, like mandatum, even though the Britons say it, is actually originates from Latin. Teutons, I wonder if we have a similar situation because they're heavily influenced as a Catholic people by the Latin language of Catholicism. Going for the straggler tree there. That's interesting.
All right, everyone, give your best "huh" in response to that bit of interesting trivia.
Bonus points if you slightly tilt your head. Alright, we got scouting going down on the left side. Looks like not much is going down on the right side, which is fatal, or which could prove fatal for these resource piles here, because everything is on the right side. Gold, stone, relics, wood,
No, they're missing
stone,
one relic.
and more gold. So, got a wall going on the left side,
Is this
and
scouted?
both in
Twidboy's on
Dota
stone?
Castle. I think. Maybe just one of them.
Bolden.
No, they're both Dota Castle.
Has Zizka scouted that Twidboy is on
Yeah.
What'd you say? What was that?
Has Twidboy scouted that he's on stone? Stone's fairly close to the wall, so
No.
you could see that.
There's not much scouting going on either side.
No, the other way around.
Is Zizka?
No,
Oh,
he has
maybe.
not seen. He has not seen it.
Well, maybe because look, the building is here.
Click on the stone.
Actually, no, he has because there's the little bit of dirt surrounding there, so the building was placed when he started it.
That's so subtle though, and it's
could
at
be
4 a.m.
also-
There's no way he saw that.
Dude,
But the thing
it's
is,
Zizka we're talking about here. The stinkiest,
what is
littlest baby that we have in our
the only other
Discord.
way to check is if Zizka has clicked on the stone pile.
Yeah.
No, see that's an old viewer error bug that used to exist.
Yeah, I don't think
so,
that would work either.
So
Okay, you're right.
he may not even see the dirt pile actually. At the very least, he could probably anticipate that Franks with the cheaper castles are good at castle drop.
One of the
We
greatest
got a castle
strategies-
drop going down here on the
Now-
left side. See what
It
happens.
would be
big
ironic
player.
if we had a castle drop on Zizka's base. Meanwhile,
TC.
a castle drop on the other side of Twidboy's base would be quite an interesting scenario.
Wait, no, hold on.
This game,
What? They both? Neither of them have enough for a castle. Or no, he already placed it. I'm stupid.
Frags have a cheaper castle.
And that's right in range of the second town center, correct?
Correct.
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's 600.
That's not good.
Wild.
Look at this. A barracks
Okay.
and a monastery. I
The
wonder.
relic. Are we going to see Siege Monk, or are we going to see him try and just take all the relics?
I think it's going to be
See that.
very good.
Yeah, +1 on the knight for armor.
Castle's going up.
Yeah, that's 100% going up.
Does Zizka see it? He should see it.
Definitely sees it.
Defensive tower.
Why?
Is he getting
That was
tower up?
That was a very interesting
Why
play.
did he delete his gate?
Why not?
I think he was planning to rush, and then he might have seen a knight running by at that moment.
Okay, well, we
Monk's
all
coming
know
on the
that
side.
He's actually going to go in. He's going to
Oh.
try and deny this castle.
students, we all know, get extra people in the towers, so we'll get in. Yep.
Still going up. Too late.
That tower's
Let's
gonna go up
go.
90%.
And he is already in.
Tower's up.
Not because he deletes stuff.
And counter tower on Zizka and Twidboy's base.
It's a tower war.
Tower war. A tower war.
Now, Twidboy's getting fletching. Does Zizka have fletching yet?
Prêt, oui.
Thing is,
How many
Twidboy
vills
can
go
just
down here? No vills go down.
Twidboy can
One
just
vill goes
drop.
down.
Twidboy can just drop his own defensive castle against the tower rush. Because
The bill count is the same too. This is going up though.
Tower's gonna go up, that's the difference.
Get in, 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 get in. Okay.
Not going in. He's trying to get in the
Jesus
base.
does love you. Interesting. Doesn't go in.
and he's pounding on the palisade wall with his
Knights
Oh.
on Zizka's base.
I need a monk.
What is this? What in the world? All the villagers
What the hell?
out that stone outside the base.
So far, Zizka.
Twidboy taking a slight score lead.
Although I don't think the score at this point tells us much of what's going on in this game.
No, not at this point when it's relatively even, but if that grows larger, that'll give you a better idea of who's ahead and who's doing better. I would expect the score, if Twidboy's getting the pressure, he's going to kill that first town center. Zizka's kind of zoned off of his gold due to the castle. If Twidboy finds that gold,
This
you'll
is
cut him
everywhere.
off there.
He's taking resources pretty much only outside of his base.
Yep, because he's been forced to with the night pressure and everything like
Stone,
that.
all his balconies, even his
And what a
military
firm
building.
pressure it is. Those knights are going heavy on that TC, and they may be able to mass up enough to get the other TC, which is the only other TC that Zizka has currently.
You need more knights to do that. You're looking at 10 to 15 knights to be able to focus down that TC if Zizka does not have any upgrades.
Yeah. No, I know. He's
Oh, quick walls, quick walls.
Prêt.
Nope, hole in the wall.
Perfect.
Hole in the wall.
Perfect
you
clip wall
explain
walling out those
easier?
villagers to the dice. What's up?
What's your reasoning for saying it was firm pressure? That's an interesting way to phrase it.
Need a monk.
Because the knights are there.
So Zizka's got no wood.
How else
He's
do you
got
describe
stone
pressure?
and gold. Monk coming
Consistent
out. Is
pressure.
he going to
Firm
get
just
conversion?
means very straight
Conversion coming in?
phrasing.
Will not get conversion.
Doink.
That conversion resistance going for the Franks really got those knights in there. Alright.
Plays. Massive civ bonus coming in clutch there.
You should delete
Now,
that.
Zizka, I would expect him to drop the TC exterior.
Zizka is slowly.
He's getting the relics.
This game goes late. He is ready.
Yeah, but he's still got to deal with the pressure. But the relics help. That allows him some gold access to be
You
able
know
to
what's
make
also
some
a good way
units
to use
counter.
pressure is like a pressure cooker. Those are really good meals.
Ooh, is he gonna get that relic underneath the castle? By the way, yes, he is. So where does he see it?
Hey, yeah.
Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not gonna notice it.
Okay.
Now, it's really interesting because Twidboy has control over Zizka's base, but everywhere outside of Zizka's base, it feels like Zizka has presence and has the potential to do
Did Zizka
pretty
drop a
hard.
town center on his second gold yet? I would expect him to do so. No, he is not.
Exodus is occurring. And personally, I don't think the town center and the gold's a good spot.
Zizka's popped. Pop capped. Ooh,
Castle.
offensive
Very
castle.
conservatively placed.
This is a game of Ring Around the Rosie, effectively.
Basically, but I give the advantage. But I give the advantage to Twidboy because he's got 2 town centers and is gonna. Oh no, he doesn't have 2 town centers.
He placed it and then
He's got a
deleted
better
it.
economy.
Did just scout the stone though, so he's probably gonna head over there and kill a lot of villagers.
What's the villager difference? 35 to 44, about 11 bills. 33 to 45.
But you do have 3 relics for Zizka already.
Oh, castle right on his base.
Castle on his base is gonna be huge.
I mean, building a castle is a lot slower than just using rams and mangoes, but
Attacking is crucial.
showing the vills there, that's
This
crucial.
would be a disaster. And Twidboy notices.
And East is.
Hey, sir.
And let's see his.
Does he
reaction.
delete his walls? Does he delete all his walls here?
He's just
What is happening? And the old man gets sniped with daggers.
Hey,
I think we're gonna see a GG.
This is game 3
This is
coming up.
amazing.
Wow.
That town center's dead.
There it is.
That castle's not gonna go up.
Yeah, but the one lady is sacrificing herself for the 4.
I think the castle's gonna go up.
We have a utilitarian strategy on our hands here.
Going to be.
Oh, he's gonna see the stone miners.
This has gotta be GG. There's
That's
no
got
way to come
yes.
back from this.
No, they're
Oh,
fine.
Oh, just passing. Just
Just
passing.
passing. Just passing.
Hey,
That is a great strategy. Big
And look,
bird.
they're still going. It's the night train.
Choo choo! Oh no!
Oh,
no.
It'll go up. It'll go up.
Okay, this is actually.
You think that'll go up?
Yeah.
This goes better. Oh! I like it.
Yeah, but
No,
the night
no,
train
now
is
it's not gonna go
on
up.
play.
Oh,
The night
goodness.
train is
Don't
on
do it.
play.
Oh no! Oh no, Zizka.
He only built 6 knights, or I think he lost 1 or 2, but still.
Oh, the bats. Okay, quick wall.
The Frank players built like maybe 10 knights.
no!
Wow,
That'll be it.
this
That
is
is not going up now. Bummer.
Castle's
all
down.
these villagers.
Okay, do TC on into the north.
and that's right where he has all his relics. So, you know, he's got
What a
consistent
wild
gold
game.
income.
What a wild game. 4 relics. Does he have all 5? No, I see one on the bottom of the map.
New TC, who dis?
66%.
Now, do we remember how much gold you get from each relic? Basically, I
It's about
believe
the equivalent of what? 1 relic is the equivalent of
It's
3 gold miners, roughly?
0.333 times.
2 villagers
Well,
on
he's
gold
got-
is what I
Alright, well, he's got about 1,300 gold. There's a GG.
GG comes in.
Alright.
When he gets that big of a score lead, that's usually indicative of how the game's gonna go.
Alright.
Well,
What a game.
Zizka,
both of,
what do you think about the second game?
So, a lot of things happened. Killing the boar certainly set me back on what my initial plans were. And then when he hit, I obviously didn't have good scouting on the south bit. I didn't see any of those bottom goals except for the one immediately outside my base. So when I went north, I was expecting it to be fairly homogenized so I could get some resources up there, but that did not turn out. So then I kind of a lot of indecision, couldn't come up with a strategy to get me back in the game. And what I should have done initially was just drop a defensive castle in my base and call it good, but I did not do that. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
I would definitely say to take some tons from that indecision. It was a good game played all around, and I'm
question
surprised
for you,
at
though.
Twidboy for making so little knights.
Zizka, do you believe that when you lose your boar, that guarantees that the game is going to be less boring?
Alright.
It's definitely more of a challenge, that's for sure.
Okay.
Horrible.
Oh, really, really well fought. Exciting.
I mean, I don't think I made a single military unit this entire game, honestly.
That's
You had 4. Large only 4. Actually, you did. Monks count.
Mm-hmm.
And the spearman. I'm gonna be that guy. Alright, as we go into game 3.
Game 3, baby!
This should be Zizka's home map. Game 3.
And this is the decider, so
Alright, here we
Okay.
go.
I'm putting all my money on Zizka right now.
So this is the last of 3 games, and it is...
It's Rivers.
Wow. We have not seen
Rivers,
this yet. in the tournament.
Gujaras versus Spanish.
That's a lot of hunt over there. If that is scouted, that can be really useful.
What a...
Did they give Gujaras a second berry bush?
Yes, so Gujaras start out with 2 berry bushes underneath their town centers so that they can instantly get on food and still put their...
I thought they only had one. Is that
No.
a patch recently that
No,
happened?
that's...
They've always had
been
2.
the
They've
case.
always had 2?
Always had 2.
I'm a little idiot boy? Alright, cool.
I'm sorry, just ignore that comment from Easy. I think as Zizka, for civ matchups, definitely would like Spanish in this setup. Killer civ in this map.
Now, do you get 8 sheep to start, or pigs to start on this map? It doesn't look like it. It looks like you only get 6.
Also,
4 to...
Is it 1 crossing or 2 crossings? Because I thought it was
It
2.
looks like it's just the one.
Just one.
1. So that's an incentive to go water, and there's plenty of fish on the outside of the map.
We all know what I'm waiting for. Demos for days.
Of all the maps in the map pool, this is the one hybrid map that kind of encourages you to go for an early dock to get that fish boom going. I'm not so sure how good the Gujaras Navy is as they are a newer civ versus the Spanish Navy. I know Spain gets really good naval bonuses, but those really don't come into play until post-Imperial Age. I'm not sure what the tech tree is for the Gujaras here with their naval civs.
Spanish Armada is definitely superior.
They have everything but fast fires, dry dock, and elite cannon galleon. Okay. And no real bonuses outside of that for their army. So they've got about an average navy. Okay.
I think you would notice that they can garrison their fishing ships, so it can be worthwhile to go for fish, even if you think you might lose water for a period of time.
Yeah, we wanted to have all the closed maps on Lord of the Noobs, so, you know, had to have rivers.
Yeah, but see, you wall it off, and it's effectively closed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Although I remember there was an earlier series. I don't think it's been casted yet. We'll save that surprise for later. Similar
Now,
maps.
A very underrated move, in my opinion, on these closed maps with 1 crossing is to wall up both sides of the river. Because if you wall up both sides, then you get warning on one side, and you still have time to secure and make your right play. So, personally, I think that's the play, and you really only lose about 10 wood.
And so
And you have walls on
tries
both
to
sides.
land you and sneak around the back of your base.
Now, going for the early mill with Gujaras means that you probably are not going to get a really good boom on fish.
There are
And he's
pigs.
missing 2 of his pigs. Yeah.
Yikes. That is
Which is why I thought he was started with less.
So now the Gujaras don't kill when they garrison here. Do you think that they're just using the pigs for their milk? Because that's what I think.
Pig milk, I've heard, is not that
Namaste.
great.
Well, it sucks to be a Gujara then. Alright, going back over this side, we have a dock already. No dock for Twidboy. And going to wood a little bit later with 2 lumber camps. Or I guess he was already on wood.
What do you think, Ben? Pig milk or swine wine? Which is a better way to phrase it?
I think swine wine is a different thing.
Yeah, I would say big milk. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So, Zizka definitely has the early dock, but no fishing ships yet, which is odd. Oh, there it is. I lied. Boom. Impeccable timing.
But he's taking the
That's
short
a forward dock,
And,
too.
okay, he did not lose his board.
Oh, man.
Servidor.
You should have put the dock on the corner. Unless his plan is
So
to
forward
land.
dock from Zizka. Does Twid have a back dock?
There's no deep fish there.
Yes, he does.
Namaste.
See, Twidboy's gonna get a much better boom with this because you don't get deep fish on the shallows, but on the edges there are quite a few deep fish, and fishing ships are much slower at collecting food from shore fish. Although it does look like Zizka's searching for that deep fish with his fishing ships, so.
Yeah, and I think also once once Zizka notices that back right corner, he could easily dock again over there, which would be a smart move. But we'll see. We'll see as they boom up to Castle Age. Most likely. I don't know if they'll have any pseudo aggression, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Now, 3 fishing ships taking from a shore fish. I've never seen that strat before. Over on Zizka's dock.
Alright, haven't seen this yet. Zizka got the score lead. I'm calling it for Zizka. I think he's gonna win.
I mean, it's his home map. He has, I think, a better water slate late game. Gajaris is quite strong. If they can get.
Here he goes. You gonna do it again? Alright, no, he learned from last time.
So the thing with a hybrid map is his water is essential earlier in the game, but the later the game goes, it becomes more and more land-focused, land-dominant. If you have the water, that's great in the water control there, but you have to be able to achieve and do something with it in the later game for it to manifest itself in that situation. Hybrid maps tend to be water early and then land late.
The one thing about that I would say is that if you have the water late game and you have bombard cannons, it's a real bitch to clean up, like keep cleaning up water, you know, and keep losing buildings.
And normally you're right, it just depends upon how much the map is covered in water and where the water's at. And can you actually arrange your opponent's buildings and structures and castles and the like, and that like. So
yeah, I would say you're true, Mobius. I think the other side of it is if you control if you control the 2 crossings, or in this case the 1 crossing with water from feudal, though, there's really not really a chance you're gonna do much.
So hit that like and subscribe and hit that bell notification to get more great videos from
Yeah, I've
this
actually
channel.
been noticing when I search for your channel, Easy, that it seems like YouTube is shadow banning you. I don't know why that is.
It's because of all the libs that I pissed off, you know? So it just shadow ban me. I go down market and the blacksmith.
standard fast castle uptime.
Got another
Fish just not hit feudal yet.
But
this is a good play from this guy,
underrated
hedging his bets in Dark Age to get more of that Dakacy, you know what I mean?
Very underrated move in Zizka's case is if you win.
Twidboy should be up the castle by now. He is. There we go. So Twidboy is going to have probably about a minute 30 to 2 minute advantage. And what's that military building he's building there? Is that a barracks?
Something that I've always wrestled with is if you're going fast castle, you're gonna get a market and a blacksmith, but how many villagers do you pull off your wood line to build those? I usually pull off 3 and I put 2 on the market and 1 on the blacksmith, but I always like I don't know if I plot more or less. You know?
Sometimes you can get away with 5 and put 3 and 2. That would allow you to click up after only making 1 additional villager in the town center. It depends upon how much food and gold you have banked up when you hit castle.
I just don't like the walk time and the idle time when they're building and walking to and from the buildings. That's all.
Correct, which is why you want to do it with wood
going for some galleys.
Going for galleys, and with the 2 dock play, I think that's some really big dock energy he's got going on.
Okay, so let's see his Fog of War perspective. Has he scouted out the dock locations yet? No, he's going now. He does have a ship going around the back of the map, in case you didn't notice there. I would expect that to find. There he goes. So he has a fisher that's found the back dock.
Big.
So the problem here is Twidboy is going to have defenders advantage with galleys. 1 fire ship should wreck those galleys unless you get the upgrades coming in here.
And one important thing to note also is that these players can't see the whole map like we can.
Correct.
This is why Zizka's scouting is so critical. Twidboy is only scouting with his camo, and since he's
just passing. Okay, he's gonna shoot the bills.
Oh, 1 bill down. 2 bill down. Oh my goodness. critical plays.
Namaste.
Oh, it's only one.
No
One
fletching.
bill.
Does he have fletching?
Little anticlimactic, but I appreciate the hustle there.
Enthusiasm.
Does Zizka have
And
fletching?
War Galley now is immediately clicked by Twidboy. He's going to try to come back on water with only one dock.
Yeah,
Let's
but
see if
once
he
you
gets
get War
it all.
Galley, then you get Fire Ship, and he's got a Fire Ship feud. That should be more than enough.
And
He just has to keep his fishing ship. Ooh,
Look at that. What
There
did
we
I
go.
say? Garrison.
Lo and behold.
10 maybe.
hold
That's
it.
a-
and Jiska's going to be forced to run back, otherwise he'll lose his 2 galleys.
Well, that is a dry dock.
Anything happening on land? I see a forward villager coming from Jiska, just across the crossing. Double wall, okay. Back dock for Zizka.
Third dock.
More
Wow.
galleys coming out now. Gonna hit the villagers on berries.
And 5,
Nope.
4, 3, 2,
Adya.
1. Does he react?
Twidboy needs another dock.
So he's waiting for more fires. Interesting.
He's gonna have the tech upgrade.
Okay, 3 town center versus 1.
Zizka's still in feudal age, guys.
Twidboy also
No.
still has less villagers than Zizka. I think though
but
they
he's on
count
three.
the fishing ships.
Yes, fishing
The
ships.
fishing
count.
ships make a lot on this
Here
map.
you go.
And Castle
I would
is
just
hit
pull
from
him back.
Yep. And I don't think he
Yep,
noticed
center
until it's
row.
too
I
late.
think he only gets one out of there. And
And
look, fishing ships go right back to work.
I mean, it
Cut it,
forced the pressure, forced the idle from the fishing ships. You know, he didn't do nothing there.
In exchange for, yeah, I think it was fair trade, but all the way around.
No, it's I like to see the egalitarianism on Zizka's fishing ego, because you see the galleys are actually working
How close is
alongside
Jiska
the
to having War Galley come in here?
I kind of like the delayed War Galley. I think
Almost
set up
in.
Zizka a little bit better than.
That fire ship's going to
Twidboy.
pick off the 2 galleys if he's not careful.
Yeah, that's a snipe. But
Well,
I mean,
not if War
Zizka,
Galley. There you go. War Galley pops. Now it's a bit more even.
He's got the
He should win
bodkin
that
arrow
fight.
as well. He's got +2 on those war galleys.
Serene.
hero,
fully
because
upgraded.
he does save some
Spearman.
res on that.
Yep. There you go. He micros perfectly.
So now
Oh.
is
Oh,
Zizka?
he's gonna get spotted.
Right now, I think this is heavily in Zizka's favor. The Vil counts are equal. Zizka's got 2 TCs going now, but he has 3 docks, and that food production is really gonna matter here. He's got water. It's really just going for Zizka at this point. Twidboy
Now,
has
what is
nothing in
going
terms of military.
Zizka just needs a couple more. He's still missing ballistics. Still missing, I think, for the dry dock and clearing, but then he'll be.
Is
fully
Twid still on the
upgraded.
1 dock?
Yeah, he is.
And he's got 3 fire ships, which can deal with a fair number of.
There go the
galleys.
fishers. 1 fisher down.
And then let's see the micro.
He trickles
That's
them
too
in.
Oh, he's
many.
not.
Too many galleys.
He's not even gonna try. Interesting.
Just
I mean,
doesn't
he
have the
did
mass.
heavily on it.
Knight's going in.
It is 3 TCs versus 2, so if he wins well, he can have
So what does the build lead when he can't even go across the water?
well.
The moment he takes this, he controls the crossing, and this makes
What
the
you need
later
is
the
a
game goes, the better for Zizka.
what you need
At
is a
this point in
castle.
time, yes, Twidboy is on the clock to try to make something happen here.
What you needed is a castle near the water so you could take that water, or just a castle right near the forts where it
Yes, but I
protects
also
them.
recognize that the later this game goes, is massive, massive advantage to Spanish.
I think if they go cannon galleons, you're correct.
Demo?
Triple
Good
kill.
demo shot.
But late game military,
But
I
not-
don't just
That
like
doesn't work for forever, unfortunately.
Those
I
knights are
like the
coming
distraction
in.
of 2 knights, forcing some idle time. He still has 3 ships, so he's not moved forward. Another demo probably become. Oh, no, not another demo queued up.
And
He's
what's this
lacking
forward
board.
villager gonna do? Is this forward villager coming for a castle?
Namaste.
No, I
I
see
think
knight
maybe,
coming in.
outpost, okay. Outpost rush, always a good strategy.
Defensive castle coming up for Twidboy now.
Presto.
Yeah, see, I don't know. he needs it a little closer to the water if he wants to ever take
Yeah,
the
but
water
he
back.
also, that was the safest spot because he wasn't going to be able to get it up. Well, yeah, for sure. For sure, close to
No,
the
if
water.
Fish goes pay attention, I'd focus that mill and knock out the sheep in that mill.
Yeah, at
That's
this
another way
stage
to
in the
harass the
game,
economy. It's not a big deal,
two
but
villagers on wood, on food, basically.
that's
We've got no military upgrades for the ground for Twidboy. He's got no attack upgrades for the range or melee here. He's got nothing.
And their camels are
Enjoy
basically
camels.
generic unless they get the unique tag.
Yeah.
So the other fun thing about camels, they tend to not do very well against pierced armor and pierced damage, and ships are that's pierced attacks. So with all the water control that Zizka has, that'll be a big factor in determining like doing with how these fights are going to play out.
I would love to see some frisbee throwers going against those ships.
The ships? Okay,
The ships will tend to win more often than not against
the,
units just because they've got more hit points.
Saves the
sheep.
Saves the little piggies.
Swine here.
Gotta have that milk.
And pikeman upgrade. I mean, honestly, this is
just boom and going into whatever choice that you have. And with the map control that Zizka has, like, you're gonna run out of wood eventually. That'll be the first
unique
choice
tech
to go.
to get all the
cheaper
units.
food.
The Kshatriyas, we'll say.
No, the K is silent, so it's Kshatriyas.
Your K is silent.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Now, I think a good unit to go for in this situation as Twid would be the Shravamsha Riders, just because they'll tank a lot of the damage that the boats will give out due to their mechanic. The problem is that Zizka, once he techs into pikes to counter that, what's the answer to the pikes?
More pikes.
Frisbees.
Chakrams.
Go for chakram frisbees.
And I think what's interesting about this matchup is Zizka's best unit would be the champ line, in my opinion.
Look, frisbee. He made a frisbee.
Yeah, just one so far. I forgot where it went.
I would love to see the champion line. Oh, a dock did be able to put up, and he's trying to fight back on water. What did he build in that dock?
Careening, and then fires.
3 more ships. He needs to take out that dock if he
He's
wants
trying to careen Abdul Jabbar into the lead over here.
Let's see. Yeah, that's what he needs.
So Zizka's halfway to Imperial. Defensive castle coming up. I don't think there are enough galleys over there to deny it.
Zizka's just going to...
not enough galleys.
Zizka's just going to Imperial. It's Twidboy who's almost to Imperial.
That castle is good to well. You don't have enough. There's not enough ships there to deny it.
You're gonna lose those.
Trader, you're gonna lose the okay. You'll lose the 2 ships. Do Gajars get heated shot?
Do Gajars get heated shot?
My guess is no.
My guess is yes.
No, they do.
Yeah, they do. So their arrow fire will do bonus damage against ships.
If he gets the university.
Gets it.
Yeah.
You know, one time I
Castles
built the
do pretty
university.
well.
And always remember that ships or towers do way more damage than ships and heated shock. But popping out a fire, he's going to clean up that. Zizka's not paying attention. Oh, he now backs away wisely.
That's
For
going up here.
castle and whatever land unit of choice, I think Zizka's right making pikes.
Very interesting game seeing a Spanish player not go conks.
Yeah. Now, if Lincoln were not muted and deafened, he would probably tell us that university is a scam. So it's just important to note.
Okay, backing away. He's not much. There he is. Micros down that one. No.
Are we gonna see those cannon galleons? I think we're gonna probably see those cannon galleons now at this point.
Oh, the cannon galleons are absolutely berserk. If you don't know anything about
The Shravamsha Riders are coming out, and they're gonna run right into those pikes. Don't go around.
I think it's kind of over at this point.
I would agree, but
it has faster impact.
Yeah, it's gotta play out. It's gotta play out.
It's only a very, very
500 score difference.
I want to see him fight it out. Because why not? Also, Twidboy or Zizka needs to definitely get a couple more upgrades. I hope they're coming in.
I want to see some frisbees take out those pikemen.
Elite chocolate throwers in BQ.
There we go. We're gonna see some frisbee action.
That's actually where frisbees come from, is these little chakram guys. First there were swords, and then white people were like, hey, we should make this into a game.
What's this good point of view?
Violence is the game of choice by white people. So.
Pretty even on scores.
Third castle. Jinx. I would have put that a little bit closer to the shoreline there.
Or I wouldn't have been up at 4 a.m.
That's a good point.
What's Zizka doing?
What if you were having trouble
Probably playing Age of Empires.
Dried out coming in, Galleon coming in, Chemistry coming in.
This is where the big plays come in. You still missing his
look
last
at that! Look at that! Oh, they're just eating this pikeman alive.
And Trev coming up on the forward castle.
Do you think that this unit existed in history?
Which unit? Trebuchet?
You're not going to shoot the university there, but it would be amazing if you did shoot the university just in an eye chemistry.
If you're interested, you should probably watch a couple episodes of Forged in Fire, where they actually have some of the contestants create chakrams of their own design. Now, there's debate as to whether or not it should have a handle in the middle, but generally speaking, chakrams were fairly effective weapons that were used in the Indian subcontinent.
I didn't see him get the Spanish Inquisition yet, but it'll work just fine.
I don't know that Inquisition was
one conversion comes in.
Indian civilizations because they're very pluralistic as a culture. So conversion seems to be just kind of ineffective against them.
Yeah, well.
2 more. Got lots of chakrams.
And where is the cannon galleons?
And ballistics. Cannon galleons, but I think what would be better is onagers for the chakrams.
Dude, if you get a mass of these 30 cannon galleons, there's no stopping those things.
These are galleons. These are regular galleons.
I mean, if they had
cannon galleons coming out.
Regular cannon galleons. He needs a lot more upgrades. So we'll see. We'll see.
Guys, remember when you had to pay for chemistry and then pay for cannon galleons separately? That was fun.
Yeah, that was a crazy time anyway. And one crab for the castle.
We
just go down.
Twidboy is doing quite well on land, but he just has not enough.
Twidboy's taking the score lead. He's up 100 points.
There's elite cannon galleon. There's the moment we've been waiting for.
But it's definitely
he doesn't get any water presence at all. He's about to lose his entire base with elite cannon galleons. And all Zizka has to do is just hold. Ballistic is then, look at those beautiful cannonballs fire.
I would love to see Zizka get Hussar, because I think that Hussar, in addition to the water production, would work out and be pretty nice.
Just something.
Yeah, right now he's making Halbs, and Halbs are bad against chakram throwers. In fact, some people say that the chakram thrower is counter infantry.
Really? I don't know.
I don't know who those people are, but yeah.
I think the best strat, honestly, to deal with chakrams is to message your opponent, tell them to start making elephants, create monks, convert the elephants, and then attack the chakrams with the converted elephants.
I think the best strat is Spanish cannon galleons. They will counter them. Got on the shoreline, keep that going, and bam, look at that thing go down. Boom, boom, boom!
And it looks like the chakrams are taking out the Spanish colonizers. They're saying, go back to your island. And
now, what is interesting here is if Zizka's still able to hold on to a lot of food, attacking into any cavalry is risky, but I don't know. Spanish Paladin could end the game.
Defensive castle for Zizka. He's expecting potentially that his opponent will make it across the fords there. One castle in his base is taken out by Twidboy. What are the cannon galleons doing?
Lombard Tower, let's go. Zizka's getting all the late game picks. He's having fun.
What's the
Does
relic count
Twidboy
look
have
like?
any chance of getting back on the water? Is there any movement?
No. And Zizka's got 4 relics. He took out the castle that was defending the one dock Twidboy had. If Twidboy can make it across this gap and get some production on Zizka's island,
I think Twidboy is actually building a lot of docks. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, there
He does building a lot of docks. And we also have to remember that Zizka is a sneaky little baby, so this is going to be a tough match for both of them.
That's a really good point that you didn't mention yet. So
where's the demo? Dude,
and also, we only have Palisade walls on this side.
We've got bomber towers, we've got castle.
No demo.
Even Shamsha are not gonna survive very long. This 21st century. So.
Monday.
He said the 21st century. Yay! Well,
first
the
raid.
monsters are in. The raiding party is in. Give him the 23.
I mean, just look at Twin's base.
Yeah, does Twidboy have any even pop space right now?
I don't think this is going to be enough to do
he already has
anything,
Halberdier.
especially with this happening.
Well, but see, as long as the pigs are alive, there's hope.
Yes. He did just
pop
Scores are evening out slightly, but not enough.
Well played. The raids is crazy.
I think
Crazy
the
raids
army
is
dies and we
crazy.
see the GG. Easy over here giving us a lesson.
Zizka has any attempt to re-wall from Zizka? I don't think so. Oh, I lied.
Yep, there it is.
Metar
The Palisade wall on the left.
And Zizka's queuing up the demo. At the end of the game would be perfect.
Yeah, but
Demo.
It is down.
Oh, that is Twidboy.
It's almost
That's
the
the
end
other
of the
guy,
chapter.
I got excited.
You know, this is where Zizka needs to switch back to land and just make a bunch of knights. That's it.
Or a SAR, even. Just something to clean it up.
Twid's out of gold. I think the GG gets called here.
Twid's out of
I mean,
wood. He can't really
Twidboy has no
rebuild.
reason to not fight on. He already has one game lead. I think he keeps going forever because that's what I would do.
It's a deciding game. The scores are somewhat close. I get it.
That is what we would
And
do.
it is a tournament.
Quick wall. Oh, beautiful. Oh, okay, never mind.
No.
Oh my!
What? Yeah, he got it.
Pro!
But he beat never mind.
That was epic.
Getting those houses is really doing it.
That is doing it.
There we go. We got some demography ships. Some heavy demos. Heavy demographics.
And
Boom. Boom.
Spanish Armada going down like it did in
I never
1632.
expected. Wow, nerd. Also, we got more cannon galleons on this side.
more cannon galleons and still pop cap. Man,
Like the
this
more
is
cowbell.
frustrating.
What's interesting is he stonewalled the ford, except for the one side, the Palisade.
I really want to see demos from Zizka. That would be perfect right now.
I want to see a 105.
Are those what ships are those? Are those
The
galleons?
score is still relatively close. The problem is those cannon galleons can range so much of the shoreline.
Yeah, it's slowly whittling down.
One dock left, one castle left.
Even the villagers trying to repair that.
Hey, here comes the big last fight. Oh, he tried.
Ooh, trebs are on the shallows. I don't like that at all.
That is a nice demo shot.
I know. Where's the demos? Oh, and the Travancha's in again.
Yep.
If these, yeah, this trip goes down, that means it's gone. It's GG with this trip. Because he doesn't have any more castles. He's literally
no
just
way to
building.
produce- He has no way to handle castles anymore.
Yeah.
And that castle is well placed.
Right now, Twidboy is channeling the spirit of JD, and he is choosing to cockroach it up and try and win with I don't know. Do you get trash for water? 'Cause he's out of gold.
Yeah.
He's thinking. He's
all
definitely
ships
thinking he needs
cost-
water first.
All
Which
ships
is
require
smart
wood
play.
and
I
gold.
honestly think he's missing a couple of key opponents to come back.
The problem is
scouting.
Vishka's got map control and therefore has more wood. When you run out of wood on hybrid
and
maps,
the
you
wood
run out
game-
of chips, and that'll determine how this game goes.
Is he
There's
getting
the market.
up?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the start. Now he needs now.
For gold.
And when you play the Age of Empires, you win or you run out of gold.
And Easy is probably going to go to bed soon. Even his attempts at poor grammar are kind of
Dropping
struggling.
stables, that is a recipe for loss. You need to tech into something else. I don't know why he's dropping a stable. That is
Because
not the recipe.
that's probably all they can make.
Game encounter, the one unit just has the most effect.
I think one of the only things keeping Twid in this game is the fact that he got that Kshatriyas, which gives him cheaper food units, which means trash units are actually quite inexpensive.
He doesn't even have military units on land. He has nothing.
That's his reason for going to stable.
Is a castle.
Not a
Wow.
castle. He actually has enough stone for another
How
castle.
did he
Or he bought it.
Castle.
Probably bought it.
But I don't think that's going to be a saving grace because you know the boys are going to roll in and see that castle and destroy it in seconds.
This game is going way too long.
Well,
I'm glad I was here to share it with you guys.
it was a very special game.
The game was
It's a
over.
very special game.
The
It's
game was
game
over
three.
as soon as we lost water. Had some good raids.
That
but-
castle is going to go up. It's going to range some fishing ships. That's going to be.
Boom! Castle's up. Comeback's on with 5,000 food in the bank, and he could get his unique tech if he needs to, and he could build stable units if he needs to. But boy, oh boy, he needs to spend his res.
I want to fast forward this game. Like, jeez, come on.
4,000 food in the bank.
Yeah, I mean, there is no way that Quid comes back from this.
Fought long and fought hard, but not smooth enough.
Fuck long, fuck hard. Wise words from JD.
Zizka is
Out of wood.
No,
He
that's
is
Twidboy.
running out of wood.
Just because we got 1,800. Wait, now he's got none.
He's got 100 wood.
Because of all the docks he had invested, that he's going to lose now.
Yeah. It sucks because they.
Map control is key on hybrid maps. Like, you don't have wood, you can't keep making chips, and this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, this gives Twidboy's chances of winning this game
Look how
are
many
about as high
galleons he has!
as my chances of making a joke that'll cause you
Yes.
guys to laugh.
Good boys' chance of winning this game.
You hear about this? You hear about these Spanish cannon galleons? You hear about this?
They're so beautiful to watch. It's like one of the two units that it's just amazing to watch. You don't even need to play to watch how beautiful that is.
How do we zoom in on one of them and watch them?
Oh, they're the house in the Vills, house in the Vills. And that's the
Alright.
game.
Finally.
Zizka pulls it out with a nail biter.
Wow. Alright, Zizka. I wonder if he's still here.
Looks like he might be.
How does it feel, Zizka?
How's what, Phil?
Being a little
Next
troublemaker.
round, we made it through.
Wow, you sound as empty as that win that you just got. Oh, like, show some enthusiasm, dude. That was
Yeah.
a good series.
Yeah, asshole.
That's enough for so long.
Yeah, I think it was over.
How do you feel about?
I needed like 10 more cups of coffee before I played that game. It felt like I was in molasses. Like, I can't tell you how many times I just had like 15 villagers sitting around somewhere. It was insane.
Yeah, there's no way
I
I
just
would
have one question
acquiesce
for you.
to playing at 4 a.m.
Servidor.
But
Yeah.
you played a really good game.
Sì,
I have
Definitely.
to say, JD
Monday,
would have been much more
presto.
entertained if you
Sì,
had gone
Monday, presto.
demolition ships on the shallows there.
Yeah,
Um,
it never even crossed my mind. Spanish Callan galleons. I wanted to meme it, honestly, is the whole purpose behind it.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
All
next
right.
time you think of JD.
Well,
that note-
you're
Demolition
moving forward into the next part of the tournament where you fight against another person. Ben, who's you fighting against?
That would be Jackstow.
Jackstow.
Real interesting for this one. He could have picked Japanese, which I think would have made it a completely different game.
Mm-hmm.
But he forgot that he had Japanese on a water map, and before that, we were kind of discussing on what map we should play, and I realized because I really wanted to play Yucatan, but he had Gujaras and Hindustanis, and Mongols into either of those just sounds like hot garbage. So I went for this one instead.
Hmm. Well, Gujaras is interesting because it's the first time I've ever
See, Monday.
seen the garrisoning of fishing ships.
Yeah, it definitely surprised me. I was not ready for that.
wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was fun. Goodbye.